Okay, so my friend and your friend, D.L. Hughley.
So I know that you voted, I think you voted for Biden also.
Of course.
Right?
Then one day, Kamala invited me to her house. She put her hand on my shoulder and she asked me to do some research, something I had never done.
I think you voted for Biden also.
Of course.
Right?
And speak to him often.
You should speak to him often. Tell that sucker I said. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
No, I ain't got nothing to say to him. But anyway.
And I'm here apologizing in front of the whole damn world.
He was on the Don Lemon Show, and they were talking about the presidential election. And of course, he cannot miss an opportunity to kiss at Kamala's feet.
Okay, man, there's a lot going on. Let's see. I want to get through politics real quick before we go to other things. Did you? Okay. You had me cracking up when you said that somebody was being hypocritical because they were breathing through the nose of a white woman. And I'm talking about Janet Jackson, who's saying that Kamala Harris is white. Then someone said she apologized. And then she goes, no, I didn't apologize. I said what I said.
Ultimately, is this. We are entitled to our own opinions, but not our own truth. It is untruthful to say that it's not an opinion that that Kamala Harris' father is white. You can hit a button and see him.
Yeah, but her grandmother is white, though. Hey, DL, her grandmother's white. Yeah. Her father is Jamaican. That's a country, not a race. So he could be white. Just like Elon Musk is white and he's still South African. Get it? So he could be, right? Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. I would, DL. I would definitely go that far. So Kamala Harris's mother, we got proof now. We know Candace Owens, I didn't think she was good for much other than throwing black people under the bus, but it appears she's an equal opportunity bus thrower under her because she just threw Kamala under the bus too. And Kamala ain't black. Nah, she's not. Kamala's not black. And her grandmother is white, and her mother wasn't poor when she came to America either. How about that? How about we examine facts? So Kamala's grandmother worked for the president of India. Yeah, I'm saying like a newspaper, like a notice when she got married or whatever. And it was like in India, there's like a announcement, and it says right there, like, that Kamala's grandmother's like big shit or something, and the mom. So like the mom, I already knew the mom came from like a Brahmin class, which is an upper class of Indians. So when Kamala goes on the different shows and makes these sound bites about, and in her speeches or stump speeches, she talks a whole lot about being from a working class family. Just because she had a small house or rented apartment doesn't mean she was working class. She was a professor. I don't know how many professors there are eating out of soup cans. Okay, I don't know, okay? And when Kamala's mother came to America, she came on a plane. See, poor refugees don't come on planes, they come on foot. And if you flew here in the 50s, or whenever it was she came here, more than likely she had some paper. Because this is before the floodgates opened up with the real immigration influx. So these people had paper when they came over. So yeah, you need to back up off of Janet Jackson with this whole thing. I thought we already tackled this with you. I know you in a competition between you, Ricky Smiley, and Steve Harvey to see who could cool it up the most. Who can kiss Kamala's butt the most? Maybe there's some type of communications package or something that you're looking to get some type of presidential something. I don't know. Maybe you want to be press conference, press secretary for Kamala or something. I don't know. Where you can come out every day. I just want to say Kamala has the precipitation of the sleet and the rainfall. Every day you come out in a different hat. But listen, This coming out to Janet Jackson will not end well for you. Obviously, you are CIA plan at this point. That's what you are, D.L. Hughley, and we ain't gonna forget it. From kings of comedy to kings of coonery. From kings of comedy to king of annoying. King of ass kissery. That's where you are right now. Man, if Bernie Mac was alive today, he'd smack, I smacked the, Jesus Christ, man. So this whole thing with him and Don was not good. It wasn't good. And I kept telling you, I stop with the Don Lemon. Don Lemon's not good. He a cornball. He always was a cornball.
But to make these kinds of aspersions and these kind of cast these kinds of
What's up with him and this word aspersions? Like DL's that he's a jailhouse intellect. And don't get it wrong, man. Like, look, I ain't got no degree. I got almost, what's that thing you get before bachelor's? Almost an associate's. Means I was associated with people that had degrees. You didn't see that coming, did you? So I'm not knocking him on his education level. But when he talks, DL sound like that guy that gets a word a day. I'm gonna get a word today. I'm gonna pick a word. Oh, asparagus, asparagus, aspirationist, asphyxiation. And here he goes, wearing that damn word out.
But to make these kinds of aspersions and these kind of cast these kinds of aspersions, you say, well, that's what I heard.
Yo, is that an excursion or is that just your opinion? You just what did Janet name call her? When I think aspersions, I'm not thinking. We need to look up aspersion, sturgeon. Or are we wasting time here? Aspersion, cast aspersions. To say, I heard her dad was white. How's that an aspersion? It's being white an aspersion, D.L. Hughley. She didn't even say that Kamala's white. She said, I heard her daddy was white. But be that as it may, American, we're gonna have to, Black America, we gotta talk, man. Is there anybody out there still thinking these Democrat people got our back at all? This should tell you everything you need to know. These mofos are actually fighting to be black. Yeah, we just had like 400 years. 400 years being black is being hard. Like even racist white people be like, it's hard being black. It's hard being black. I wouldn't want to be black. But not Kamala. And not her handlers, not her supporters. They're fighting to make this obviously Indian person a black woman. Obviously. Like, what else she got to do, man? What else? Listen to that music. What's she got to do? Be banging that out the back of her limo? Is that what she got to do to prove it? She's a red dot Indian, man. Let's admit it for what it is and stop fighting and clawing your way to be black. The only reason why she wants to be black is because she's getting something out of it. Please tell her I ain't getting nothing out of being black. Most of us don't get anything out of being black. This is who we are, and we embrace it, and we have pride in it because that's who we are. But there ain't no black check. There's no black check. It's nothing for us special for being black. We don't get anything for it. In fact, things get taken away. I like to know what Kamala has had taken away because she's black. Because it seems to me like she's been benefiting off of this. And this makes me a person who was critical of Rachel Dolezal feel very bad because Rachel Dolezal has done more for black people than Kamala Harris has. And we was rejecting her because she identified as black. And she went further to try to identify as black. She got her hair done. She got spray tan. She dated black people. She even put out some, I think she had black men with her on her OnlyFans. But yeah, this coming out to Janet Jackson, that's not going to work, fam. That's a bad look for you. You better hope Kamala wins, because if Kamala don't win, I hope we don't get to hear from you no more. You know what I'm saying? Hope you lead the country like Wendell Pierce. Hey, Wendell in Canada or something, Australia or something.
And then she said, I heard they found out he was white, but I haven't watched the news in a couple of days. The only way you can find those kinds of things is in the farthest reaches of the internet.
Black people been saying this for I don't know how long, Johnson. I don't know how long people been saying that Kamala's not black. We've been saying this since 2019. Remember when you were tweeting that the black people didn't trust Kamala? Where'd you find it? Where'd you find that at? D.L. Hughley? Clear it up for us. Where'd you find out? Because you were peddling false information. Right? That was false information, right?
You have to go to the right-wing fringe. You will never hear that. There's never, you show me a report in any credible venue.
Oh, you mean sell out liberal corporate media that you like to go on like CNN or MSNBC? Is that what you're talking about? That's what you mean, right? Yeah, a lot of mainstream media news is known by the Democratic Party, man. It's the uniparty, man. It's like they serve the same interests, corporate interests. Kamala's good for corporations. Is she really talking about getting rid of poverty? Kamala hasn't said the word poverty, has she? She says middle class. She don't say working class. She don't say poor folks. She says middle class. Something that the uniparty, that means Democrats and Republicans, destroyed 30 years ago. So I don't even know what you're talking about, bro. You ain't saying nothing.
Even Fox News have never said that. You have to go beyond that. You got to go to the fringes of things, the places where Haitians eat dogs and Barack Obama wasn't born here. You went to the fringes and found the lie that they perpetuated.
Look at Don Lemon's face. Don Lemon's like, I'd like to try to keep these people in play for my show because I'd like to get money from everybody. Take a note from Don Lemon there, Brittany Griner. See his faceless, emotionless face? That's the face of a man who wants everybody to watch his show. That's how you got to be when people are talking shit in the stands. Is be like Don Lemon listening to D.L. Hughley have an emotional fit. I remember when I used to be this way. Yeah, man, I made mistakes. I made mistakes in the past. I believed in politicians, unfortunately. Had to grow up. Had to grow my ass up. And realize the only one saving y'all is you. We got to save ourselves. Okay? And no corporate sponsored politicians are going to do that. DL is an abomination.
My only question is, it seems ironic to me that a woman would question someone's blackness when you're doing it through the nose of a white woman.
There we go. That's so, let me get this right. Getting plastic surgery on a part of your body is now white. So let me get this right. So I'm trying to understand what you're saying. If she had a nose job done, that's white. But Kamala has made a whole backstory up. A BS bullshit backstory that Candace Owens has exposed, man. And look, man, I'm not a Candace Owens fan, but I'm going to call it as I said. It appears she's done a cracking investigative job. A job that Don Lemon could have done if he gave a damn. A job that MSNBC people could have done if they gave a damn. That they did not give a damn to do. Even something that you, D.L. Hughley, who has a staff of people, could have put some people on it. But you wouldn't want to do that because Kamala, your friend. When you was on the phone, I was on the phone. I talked to Joe. I talked to Kamala on the phone, and she is and she ain't black, bro. And you know, it's sad that y'all make this the focus because to most people who think clearly, you know what I'm saying? I think they're coming up with the same opinion that I have, which is, why all this focus on her race if she's so good for black people? You know, Trump ain't running on being black, but he says the word black more than Kamala does. And you're saying she is black. That's weird. That's weird, Johnson. Yeah, I listened to a speech. I've listened to Trump's speech and Kamala's speech because I've had to. And Trump uses the word black more often than Kamala does. I don't even think Kamala would say my name because it's got black in it. So she won't want to say that because that makes her lose some of the wine moms, the bigoted wine moms that she wants to get in the mid of the country, in the Midwest there, and, you know, different parts of Illinois. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen her do that. But you would never call her out for that.
You have done everything in your power to not look like what you were born.
So now you personally attack Janet Jackson, all because she said, I don't think Kamala black. So you're going to personally attack a person for that? You are a stunt double. You're looking for what's the word? The ammunition? The Mananism ammunition? What's that thing black people used to try to get back in the 20s? Ominous ammunition, some ammunition. You know this? Remember this thing? Back during slave times, a black person could earn their freedom if they saved the life of enough white people. Yeah, that's that thing. I forget the name of the thing exactly, but it was a thing that black people would try to get guys. I don't know if you know about it. It has a long name to it. That's what DL is trying to do. He's trying to save the life of a white woman right now. Or of an Indian woman. I don't know if it applies to Indian women. Manumission. That's it. I know it's just two parts of it. That's it. Meritorious manumission. That's it. Thank you. Who said that, man? I gotta give him props. Oh shit. Deneen Grant says meritorious manumission. That's it. That's what it is. I think. Give it up for that. D.L. Hughley is trying to get a meritorious manumission from Kamala Harris. I think Indian women will give that. Indian folks will do that. Because they are considered white in our census. See, that's another thing, guys, that we're not even talking about here. If you're an Indian in America, you're considered white. There's no box. There's black, there's white. I think there's black, non-Hispanic, something like, they try to, and Asian, I think, right? Right? But I know there is no Indian box. Isn't that correct, dear Hughley? I'm about to show a circuit. Yeah, Johnson, here we go.
We know our noses are a feature. You've destroyed that. You've had people in your family that lighten their skin. So, and that's your privilege.
Yeah, that's because they live in a very racist country, D.L. Hughley. A very racist country. America. And they were pop stars. And it's very hard to be successful as a pop star in America when the majority of Americans, and particularly when they were coming up like in the 60s and the 70s, racism was extra thick. So it was very difficult. The dream, and look, I don't condone it, but I can say it was a different time. It was a different time. And I think always hanging over your head is if you don't look the part of a superstar. And superstars are always white. Let's just face it. Superstars in America were white. And they were trying to do something that had never been done. So maybe that's why Michael Jackson was, did what he did. But you already know the story. And it's a shame that you would go after dead Michael Jackson. And can't no one argue that Michael Jackson was a effing legend to defend Kamala Harris. What the Does Kamala Harris, you defending and kissing her ass, gotta do what you trying to take down Janet Jackson and Michael Jackson? Why you just can't let them have their opinion and you get back on your stump speech and promote your friend? Or shut the hell up. Spend your time doing your shitty radio show and work on some jokes, dog. Why you gotta try to be a political analyst? What's the point of this? Won't you go back to doing what you were doing? This continuous caping for Kamala Harris. And look, guys, and there's something else.
But what is disingenuous to me, the question is.
What disingenuous to me, man, you, boy, DL, cut this out. Cut this out. Wait, they to me, man. Do you hear yourself? I know Don don't have a problem with it, man. Look, dog, I'm embarrassed for your ass at this point. I'm embarrassed for you, man. I'm sure you don't have no friends in this industry that's hitting you up and telling you look like a damn fool right now. It did the day to me. You cracked the Kamala. Man, you are the simpest of the simp. You simplify. You at master simp level right now. DL. There are people that you should fight for in your life. Your wife, your kids, your parents, your kids, even your dog. Fighting for this person you barely notice running for office. Yeah, that's not a good look.